What's good, YouTube?
Hey, what's going on YouTube? I just want to tell a little story about the time my Game Boy got stolen, and I think you guys are gonna enjoy this one. So I hope you do enjoy. In fact, if you are watching, so when I was younger, I used to live by Fordham Road, and the two schools I would attend at the time is PS59 and PS23. Now I didn't mind PS23 because it was really a dope school, but PS59 I wasn't too crazy about because all the kids was wild, and a lot of the kids were known to be like troublesome and shit like that. So anyway, I went and I had my crazy times at that school. And everything I feel happened was because of karma. Like me getting my Game Boy stolen, me losing all my cool stuff. But I'll get to that later in the story. So on my block there was two girls, two sisters. One was known as like the block bully. She would always have something to say. She would always give me these nasty looks and all that. And every time I saw her, I was just like, "Why are you still alive? Can you get away from me, please? Like, you're ugly. You smell like cheese. You look nasty. Leave me alone." So anyway, it turns out that I went to school with her younger sister, and while her older sister was a bully, her younger sister was a thief. It's kind of crazy, you know. And so one day, well, before I get more in depth, my parents didn't know that I would bring my Game Boys and action figures and shit like that to school. Because when you had all that stuff and you brought it to school, you was known as like the cool kid. You was known as, oh, he got cool shit. He's mad dope. Let me hang around with him. You know, and I love that attention. You know, when I'm young, like I don't have friends like that. I keep transferring schools. I thought it was dope. So one time, my mom came to the school early, and I didn't know she was coming at all. And I was like, holy shit, I have the Game Boy on me. They're gonna figure out my secret. They're gonna figure out that I'm bringing the stuff to school. Because they found out if I brought the stuff to school, I would have gotten beaten. I would have gotten grounded and all that stuff. And I didn't want that to happen. So I had to think quick. Like, how can I hide this? How can I stay away? How can I get away from this? So what I did was I had to figure out which pocket I wanted to put it in my clothes. Because at the time, PS59 had uniform. It had uniform codes and, you know, all those get dressed up and shit for school. So I figured, let me put it in my front pocket on my chest. But nah, she's obviously gonna see it because it's big, bright, and green. So I was like, fuck, let me put it in my coat. I was so nervous at the time. I just didn't want to get in trouble. I just really didn't want to get in trouble. So I ended up like, oh, fuck it. Let me just put it in my desk. So I go do whatever I needed to do with my mom in the school. And it turns out she was actually getting mad because one of the teachers ratted on me. Like, oh, he has his Game Boy. She was like, oh, why you have his Game Boy? Why you do this? Why you doing that? Why you doing that? And I'm like, yo, you see me? I don't have anything. So while I'm meeting with my mother, it turns out the class is getting dismissed. And I'm like, oh my god, hurry up, Mom. I gotta get my shit from my desk before they close the classroom. But then it turned out that my Game Boy was gone. And you know that feeling you get when, like, you know you fucked up? Like that white feeling in your chest? Like, all empty feeling in your chest when you know you just did something stupid? Well, yeah, I got that feeling. I was like, holy shit. My shit just got stolen. My parents don't know I brought it to school. I can't tell them about it because if I tell them, I'm probably going to get in trouble instead of get the help I need to get my shit back. So what do? I just ended up not telling them shit. I found out like a couple months later that the younger sister did steal it and got in a lot of trouble with her grandmother. And her grandmother, the younger sister came to me like, oh, Izzy, I know who stole your Game Boy. Let me give it back. And I was like, nah, you good. I don't even want it no more. But she's like, oh, no, come meet me. I could give it back. I was so nervous at the time. Like, I really just did not want to get in trouble. So it turned out years later, I told my parents, I was like, yo, you know, I kind of got my Game Boy stolen. And I just want to know, what would you guys have done if I told you? He's like, you're so stupid for not telling me. I was so tight because I was so scared of getting in trouble when I wouldn't have gotten in trouble anyway. So I guess moral of the story is just when shit goes wrong, just talk about it. But yeah, that's my little story. I ended up getting the Game Boy SP anyway, so I guess everything turned out good. Nothing to complain about. But yeah, thank you for watching.